Hey everyone, it's Rocket.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back. It's Mr. Kenny the Bear.
And
Woohoo!
welcome to another amazing session of our online adventures. Now let's start off with a really great opening. Don't you think, Mr. Kenny?
Absolutely, Rocket. I'm so excited today. It's Tuesday. We're getting back at it. So, guys, make sure if you have a uniform, just going to go ahead and salute. Otherwise, you have a just regular shirt on. Go ahead and put your hand over your heart. And I'm ready to lead. Signs up. Salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Hey, Rocky, you want to go ahead and lead us in the Scout Oath and Law?
Absolutely. All right, guys, remember, when it comes to our Scout Law, what do we do? Sorry, our Scout Oath and Law, what do we do? That's right. We take our 2 fingers and raise them right in the air. Are we ready? I'm ready. Are you ready, Mr. Kenny?
Absolutely, Rocky. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's begin. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duties to God of my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, and to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now let's do our Scout Law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. All right, guys. Hey, Mr. Kenny Bear, what's our Scout motto?
Do your best.
Do your best. And that's what we're going to do today, just like we do every other day. So, Mr. Kenny, what are we talking about today?
Oh, my gosh, Rocket, one of my favorite subjects. We're going to talk about family life, how we value the family and our roles, and how important we are to our family. I love my family. I'm sure to you. Don't you, Rocket?
I do too. Well, guys, family is super important. Our family is all around us. And sometimes, you can be connected to someone and consider them your family, even if they're not your family biologically. There are a lot of things that you can do as a family, and there are a lot of things that you do every year as a family. My family is not too big, but it's not small either. Like in this old photo, this is my little bit of a family, okay? This is my Aunt Marcy, my grandmother, Teresa, and then my great-grandmother, Miss Rosalie Dickerson. This is just a small piece of my family, but nonetheless, I always have something to remember them by.
Woo. Beautiful family, Rocket. That's beautiful.
So, Mr. Kenny, what are some traditions that you and your family participate in?
Great question, Rocket. We do a lot of things together. Sometimes we have family dinners together. We're going family vacations together when we're able to be outside and going about things. Also, we gather sometimes with other extended family members, and we do great things like hiking, camping, maybe go bowling, go to movies together, go to the mall when all those things are open. But also, while we're home, we're all Zoom now. We're Zooming together now. So that means we're all getting online. We're celebrating things. Matter of fact, I had a cousin a week ago. They celebrated 50 years of a wedding, of their wedding anniversary. So all our family was all on the Zoom. So it was awesome. It was great. It was tremendous. So you could do things like that while, even though we're social distancing, still be able to connect with your family like we're doing today.
That's amazing. Well, some traditions that me and my family have is every year on January the 1st, so New Year's Day, we come together and have a huge dinner with as many as our family members here in Philadelphia as possible. We have my aunts and my uncles, and we come out, we commemorate those that we may or may not have lost during the course of the year. And we also welcome new members, whether it was, someone got married or someone had a baby. So that's just one major tradition that me and my family participate in. We also, we go camping together, especially me and my mom. Y'all have met her before. We go camping. We celebrate things like Christmas. And in other parts of my family, they celebrate Hanukkah. We don't celebrate it all the time, but we try and celebrate it as much as possible with those family members. And what we also do over the summer, every second weekend in the month of July, we go on a big family reunion where it's all of our extended family come together. And while we're there, we vote on who hosts the next family reunion. So this year, our reunion is going to be in Sumter, North Carolina. Next year, it's supposed to be here in Philadelphia. So wish me and my immediate family luck in planning that event.
Excellent. That sounds great, Rocket. Yeah, it's a lot. Family is definitely something that you look forward to, especially learn different things from traditions, especially during around the holiday time. You get a chance to see all your family members who may not have been around for a recent time. And you get to learn so many things from history, where you guys come from. And it goes back and talk about different things. There's enough subject matter we like to talk about, such as like a family tree, where we come from. Do you know where you came from, Rocket? Where your family originated?
I know that my family originated down south. Well, at least when we were down south, and then our family moved up once, things got better for us. So I know that the greatest grandmother that we can date back to was considered a Gentile Native American. So once she got married, and that's how our family began, or at least our piece of family began.
Excellent, Rocket. Yes. So I know
But what about you guys? Have you guys ever made a family tree before? Mr. Kenny, have you ever made a family tree before?
Well, I kind of attempted, Rocket. I can show you a little piece of it if you want to check it out. You want to see what I got? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So what I came up with, we had Mama Bear and Papa Bear, me and my brother Bear, of course, and then we had grandparent bears. So that's just a little quick, immediate situation we had going on with me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. But now I have my own set of bears as well, and a wife as well.
Well, guys, so what I'm going to teach you guys how to do is how to set up your own family tree. And we can start somewhere small, and then as you learn more and more about your family, you can add them to your list. So let's get started. All you'll need is a piece of paper and a pen and a little bit of knowledge and maybe some help from your parents or guardian. So the first thing you want to do is make a squares for your parents. Or let's take it back just a little bit further. Let's make squares for your grandparents, okay? So starting with my grandparent, let's say I have my grandmother, my grandmom, who's Teresa Hall. So we're going to start her right here. So this is my mom's side of the family. So Teresa Hall. Okay. And we make a box for her. A family tree is like a chart, you guys. So I'll hold it up. Like such. I don't know if y'all can see that. So we make a square for my grandmother, who's Teresa Hall. And then we'll make a square for my grandfather, who, my mother came from.
Wow, Rocket. So were your grandparents born here in Philadelphia?
They were. That was the great part. My parents were born here. So that's my grandmother and my grandfather, okay? So the next thing you want to do is, put in where your parents and her siblings are. So since my mom was the only child, I only have to put down her name. And then make a box for her. So it should look a little something like this. So you have your grandparents, then you have your parent. Now remember, this is only my mom's side. We haven't even tried doing my dad's side. Then my mother, who married my father, hence how my mom got her last name. And then they had my oldest sister. Well, my oldest sister has a different name. Well, we have my oldest sister, then we have my oldest brother, and then we have my third oldest sister, then there's me, and then there's my little brother. So for the sake of time, we'll use abbreviations.
That sounds cool. You guys must have fun if you had all those kids in one household. You guys had a lot to do, didn't you?
We definitely did. When I was little, we had so many adventures that we could go on. We did, bowling. I was in a bowling league. Some of you may not even know that I won bowling tournaments and I got plenty of trophies from when I was little. I also had, was in music. I played clarinet. Before you call me Squidward, yeah, I know. But I played clarinet. I was in an orchestra. I was in a concert band. My parents just made sure we were always involved in something because there were so many of us to handle.
Yeah, it makes it easy when you have a lot of things to do to keep things going, to keep everybody excited about life and keep living it and learning and growing. And that's what you do when you have a family unit. You want to keep busy. Because the more things you're exposed to, the more that you're a better person, that you can be more well-rounded.
And there's me. And then
You're making some list, Rocket. Wow.
Yeah, then there's my little brother. So this is a little bit more what it looks like right now. It may look backwards on your screen, but let's start from the top, shall we? So we have my mom's parents. Then we have my mom. Then my mom, before we came along, she had a daughter named Karen. And then my mom and dad got married and had my oldest brother, who's no longer with us, my sister Rachel, then me, and then my little brother. And then remember, my dad has his own set of parents too. So they would be on the other side. And then he has 3 other brothers, and they have their own children, and my sister has their own children. So this list keeps going and going and going, and you keep it going until, there's no more family to put on the list. Some family trees can be really small if you want to use only your immediate family. But mine is very big because we include everyone on my family tree.
Great family tree, Rocket. That was a lot to handle. So yeah, boys and girls, you want to definitely make sure you have your name down. You have a sibling, their name down as well. They are descendants of your parents. And if your grandparents are still around as well, you can add them. And remember, you can have grandparents on your mom's side, which are your mother's parents, is also your father's parents as well. And then you can list all of those, all part of your family tree. So you're focusing on you focus on what you like to know more about. It's going to be your side of the family, or your mom's side, or your dad's side. So it's all about how you want to grow your family tree.
That's right. Now, guys, as we said before, not all of my family is here in Philadelphia with me. I have a lot of extended family, too. What about you, Mr. Kenny?
Absolutely. I have a lot of extended family all over. I had an aunt who actually traced our roots all the way back to Cameroon. Yes,
Wow.
I'm talking about Joel and B's Cameroon. So he may be my cousin. We have to find out. We're going to find out sure soon. And that tells you, when you learn about your family tree and where they all came from, we all go to what? Our friend Google Maps. So Rock is going to bring up Google Maps for us. So as you can see, Rock and I are here in Philadelphia, the great Philadelphia, the first capital of the United States. So, and our roots are definitely here in the state. And as you see, we have on Google Maps, you can see all types of different neighborhoods in Philadelphia, whether it be North Philadelphia, Northwest Philly, Southwest Philly. Right now, Rocket, if you can zoom in, Rocket, around the North Philadelphia, Temple University.
Gotcha.
So I'm around this location right off near Broad Street. That's what I'm around right now myself. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So, and as you know, that we know the City Hall is the center city. So, when we go down, if you go down the map, go down Broad Street.
Yep, you just keep going further south.
South, you can see City Hall. So as you can see, City Hall has a way you can go. If you travel north of that will be North Philly. If you travel south of that will be South Philly. And if you go to the left, which is going to be West Philly. As you see, there's no really east part of Philly because East Philly is more like the river.
Yeah. So if you have family in Jersey, that's pretty much how they get there. You cross the Ben Franklin Bridge to see your family in Jersey. Now, where I'm currently at with me and my family, I'm in what they call Mount Airy, or at least what they call either West Oak Lane, or it's a little bit past the Logan Ogons Front Rock area, or pretty much over here. So this is where I'm currently at with me and my family, but I have family all over the United States. Let's give you guys a bit of context on where in the United States some more of my family member. United States. Let's see what Google gives us. So, this
Yeah.
is the US.
Perfect.
So, I have family in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I have some family in Virginia. My oldest sister, Karen, who is also a part of the U.S. Coast Guard. If you remember our friends from last week, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. She is currently in Virginia, but she's been stationed all over the U.S. She's been in Texas. She's been in Alaska.
Wow.
She's been to California. And she was here in PA for a little while, but she travels all over the world. She's been to Paris. She's been to Germany. She's been to so many different places. And that just shows you how easily it can be for your family to spread out all over the world. But that's just some places where my family members are at. Mr. Kenny, do you know where any of your other extended family members are?
Absolutely, Rocket. If you open that map up some more, you can see I have an uncle he left Philadelphia a long time ago, and him and his wife and traveled to Phoenix, Arizona. So I have cousins now all the way in the state of Arizona, all the way on the West Coast from Philadelphia. Right?
That's some distance.
Absolutely. And guess what? It was great. A few years ago, we got to meet up down in Florida, down in Orlando, Florida, for my daughter's 8th birthday. So we went all the way from so we had 33 people travel from Philly, South Jersey, and Arizona to come meet up down in Florida to have like a mini family reunion to celebrate my daughter's birthday. It was awesome. And then 2 years ago, yeah, it was awesome. And then a couple years ago, when my cousin decided to get married, we all came from Philly. About 17 of us flew from Philadelphia back to Arizona, and we traveled to Las Vegas to have some family fun and vacation, to visit my cousins, and we got to see the great state of Arizona, as well as Las Vegas, Nevada, to travel over there and do some vacationing together. So it was a great time.
Yes, that sounds like it was an amazing time. Now, remember, guys, not everyone in your family has to be biological. One of my close family friends, he went to Mexico because that's where his family originated. So oftentimes, and he's a performer too. So oftentimes when he's performing or if he's traveling with family, he'll come all the way from Philadelphia and fly all the way down to Mexico to be with his family.
And I also forgot to mention, Rocket, I have some other extended family as well. When I was in high school, I got to do an exchange program to go to Australia. So I had a friend of mine who came from all the way from Sydney, Australia, to Philadelphia.
Let's see if we can find Australia. Australia is very far away.
Yes, there you go. Wow, look at that.
Look, yes. You see how far away this is? We went all the way from the U.S. Now, it's one thing to go from, to Mexico, but you went from Philadelphia all the way. Whew, let's get there. To Australia. Isn't that crazy, you guys?
Wow, yeah, awesome. And I was there for 6 weeks. I had a wonderful time staying with all the different families, and it was just one of the great experiences of my life. And I was able to connect one of my friends who's kind of like a brother of mine. He moved from Australia, and he's over in the UK, over in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Great friend named Ian.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, this is so much. We have so much family everywhere. Like, family is super important, but it's okay for them to be separate as long as you're able to come back together later on.
Now, you know what else is important, Rocket, while we are here at family and we're staying home with our family? We got to help our family out. Because it's not fair that, mom and dad or whoever we're living with has to do everything. They're cooking for us and cleaning for us and making sure things are okay for us. So we got to do our part as well. And that comes to us as a family participant. We got to do our share. We got to earn our keep, as we say in my household, right? So what that means that we all we want to help out because scouts are helpful, right?
Yep.
And scouts are clean.
Yup, even more so. Y'all hear that, you guys? A scout is helpful and a scout is clean. So we got to help our families out. You're probably wondering, well, what are some things that I can do with my family? Well, guys, Well, we're going to take some time out and me and Mr. Kenny are going to create a list. And if you know some things that you can do at home, you should make a list as well. Now, we're going to go visit our friend Ryan from Ryan's Tour Review, or for some of y'all know him from Ryan's World. And he's going to show us some of the things he does with his family to help out around the house. And we'll be right back after.
Wow, that was awesome. Ryan sure had a lot of chores to do.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of hard work, but it was totally worth it.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see what other things we can do. I made a list while Ryan was cleaning. It gave me so many ideas of what I can do in my home. So I made myself a little bit of a to-do list. So I got on here to, wash dishes. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I write in cursive, so you may not be able to understand it. To wash dishes. What else? Fold clothes. Do some laundry, wash some clothes. Then, vacuum our carpets. And then, mop the kitchen floor once I'm done, cleaning the dishes. What about you, Mr. Kenny? What other chores did you put on your list?
Yeah, I made my chore list as well, Rocket. So as you can see, I have to wash clothes, wash dishes, vacuum, clean the room, take out the trash, and then fold the clothes. It's someone else's job to put it away, but at least if I do my part, they'll do their part, and we all work together. That's what it's all about.
Yep. So here's a challenge for you guys. While you're at home, pick a chore for you to do for the remainder of this week. And on Facebook Fun Live Friday, I would love to be able to show off some pictures of Scouts doing chores around the house. Make sure you send those pictures in or post them up on our See You on the Council Facebook page, #chores Scout, and get it done. And once we, get enough pictures, maybe on Friday we'll have time to show you guys a couple slides of kids doing a great job, helping out at home. Now, remember how we said it's very important to know who your family members are? Because you never know if someone could be famous, and you may not even know some famous celebrities and their families. So, Mr. Kenny, do you think we have a special game to play to discuss famous families?
Absolutely, Rocket. One of the greatest games ever. We're going to guess that famous family!
Guess that famous family!
Woo!
All right, guys. So this will probably be the last activity of the day, so make sure you're paying close attention. Now let's guess that family. Now, does anyone know, y'all might have guessed it already, does anyone know who these kids are? Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint in case you don't remember his name. Now, he is one of the most famous entertainers in the world. And he is so well known that people consider him the king of pop. Kenny, did you guess it? I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Michael Jackson!
That's right. Those 3 adorable looking guys are the children of Michael Jackson, the one and only Michael Jackson. All right, let's do the next one. Does anybody know who their parents are? Give you guys 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right, Mr. Incredible Elastigirl. And for those of you who don't know what this movie's from, it's called The Incredibles.
Incredibles.
It's an awesome movie. And it was a sequel that came out, and the sequel was amazing. Oh my God, Mr. Kenny, did you see that sequel?
Oh, Rocky, unbelievable. Great stuff. The Incredibles!
All right, guys. Now, who is their son? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Those are SpongeBob's
SpongeBob! SpongeBob SquarePants!
All right, guys. Here's another one. Now, whose dad is this? This one may be a little tricky, and I'll give you guys a hint. You'll be shocked to know whose dad this is. Hint, hint. Let's give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guessed Thor and Loki's dad, you are correct. And or if you haven't read the comics before, you should know that Thor and Loki also have a sister. Her name is Hela. So that is their sister, okay? All right, guys, last one. And I bet everybody knows who these parents are. Who are their children? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you guess? It's everyone's favorite sister queen duo. It's Anna and Elsa's parents.
Elsa. Yes.
All right, guys. We learned so much today. We learned so much about families, about the importance of knowing where all of our families are. Now, we have one more challenge for you guys before we log off for today. One thing you always want to also do is to make sure that your family is safe. Take some time out this week to, go around your house and make sure that everything that you need for your family is available, such as, is your emergency kit ready? I know we talked a lot about an emergency kit. Is do all of our fire detectors works? If your family has a house alarm, is that working? Make sure you guys check all those things out as well as do your chores this week. And we'll definitely see them on Friday. Remember, share your chore pictures, #ChoreScout to the council Facebook page, which is titled Cradle Liberty Council. Make sure you use the hashtag and you post it on the page. Mr. Kenny, that was a lot, wasn't it?
Absolutely, Rocket. And before we go, guys, make sure you log in on Thursday. We have an awesome show for you on Thursday as well, because we learn how to do some of my favorite subject.
Cooking! Get those aprons ready. Get that appetite ready, because we're going to cook and cook for real, okay? I'm going to be Chef Ramsay up here, okay? We're going to be cooking for real.
All right.
All right, Mr. Kenny, are you ready for the Scouts benediction?
Absolutely, Rocket. Okay, guys, girls, signs up. May the greatest Scoutmaster.
May the greatest Scoutmaster.
Of all Scouts.
Of all Scouts.
Be with us.
Be with us.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Pack dismissed.
Pack dismissed. Bye, you guys.
Woohoo!